Welcome back to Tactical and Practical. It's a very special episode today, as I announced yesterday that I'm taking some time off from full-time employment. Going to slow down a little bit, spend some time with the family, and just focus on the part of this job that I love, which is performance copywriting and creative strategy. So on this episode, I am going to lay out my unique process, and I hope some of you are down to let me give it a shot on your brand, because every brand I've done it for has benefited greatly. So this is the bottoms up method of performance copywriting and creative strategy, where we are going to learn how to write better copy to make more money. The way we're going to do that is by running more reliable creative tests, by testing copy closer to the point of purchase. See, most creative strategists and most copywriters take a top-down approach for creative strategy. They start with top of funnel ideas. They start with what's going to capture someone's attention in the newsfeed. They also start with whatever they think is top of mind for your customers. But by the very definition, top of funnel is far from where real purchasing decisions happen. And whatever's top of mind for your customers might actually be quite different than the deep, dark, subconscious reasons that are actually motivating to buy. So that's why I don't look at this top down. I look at this bottoms up, because the closer that I can get to where the real purchasing decision happens, which is on your website, that is where I want to test what copy increases conversions and what doesn't. What type of words and phrases and framing can we use to get people to spend more? Are there copy that gets people to take upsells more often or subscribe rather than one-time purchase? That's where I want to test the nitty-gritty on your website. Once we get a win on the website, first and foremost, that's going to increase the efficiency of every ad, every email, every click that goes to that landing page. And that's what I love so much about testing on your website. It pays for itself almost immediately, because you're not just getting one ad to work or one influencer campaign to go well. You are improving the performance of every single click that goes to that LP. So along the way in this process, as we find winners for new copy on your website, you'll see increased efficiency of that landing page as a whole. What we're also going to do is we're going to learn so much about what your customers care about. We're also going to learn about what they don't care about. We're going to learn what motivates them to buy. We're going to learn what scares them off. And those learnings are going to make it so the next time you go to make an ad, the next time you go to write an email, you are going to be taking what we know already to be true about your customers, your brand, and your main selling points into the next round of creative. So your strategy is not just going to be spray and pray. You're not just going to throw a bunch of stuff at the wall and see what sticks. We are going to increase your creative hit rate by compounding what we're learning about your customers. The last thing that this process does is it can help uncover blind spots in your marketing funnels. And I've got a couple examples of this that I'm about to run you through. But it's really gives us a snapshot of who's coming into your website. Depending on what copy wins, it doesn't even necessarily mean that like the winning variant is the best way to sell your product forever. But what it does mean is that the ads that are attracting customers to your site are attracting the type of people that are responding well to that winning variant. And depending on what that is, can be very, very important for your marketing team to understand. So that is how we write better copy to make more money. That is the bottoms up method of performance copywriting and creative strategy. So let's take a look at it in action. Throwback to my original grain days, we had this headline that won for a long time. It was watches that are as smooth and unique as the men who wear them. I think I wrote this in my second year there. And to be honest, I didn't test against it again for a while. Because I was still new in my copy testing days, and I thought, I found a winner, we're good. But as soon as we tested something else, We got a big win, and we learned a lot about our customers. We framed this pretty opposite from what we said the first time. That first block of copy was all about hyping our customers up. You guys are smooth and unique and classic and rugged, and you deserve this watch. But the men who bought our watches didn't want to be gassed up. They didn't feel like they deserved anything. They wanted to be respected and recognized for the sacrifice they made and the hard work they have put in order to achieve and attain everything they've got in their life. So that the headline and copy changed from hyping them up to saying our watches are built for living and worn for legacy. Respect isn't given, legacy isn't handed to you. Just like an original grain watch, it has to be hard earned. So testing this copy on site alone produced a 43% increase in profit per visitor. That was an extra 55 grand a month. And the big thing we learned was that customers want to be recognized for their hard work and sacrifice. They want to feel like they've earned it rather than just being complimented and saying they deserve it. So already a massive win. If I charged you 10K just to do that for you, it'd be worth it. But that's not where we stop. We take these learnings to the ad account. And the first way that we do it is the easiest. We basically just copy and paste whatever headline one on the site, we put it into an ad. And in the case on the right here, we flushed out that copy a little bit more. We say our watches aren't just built for life, they're built for living. I think I could do this without looking at it. They're built for late night conversations over a bottle of whiskey. They're built for every breath of fresh air you take while exploring the great outdoors. They're built for carving your own path, for adventuring, and for building yourself a life worth remembering. Upgrade your watch collection today with a timepiece with as much character and as classic as you are. So this is like the easy slam dunk win in the ad account. Just take what worked on site, put the same exact words on an ad, flush it out if you need to. And these two ads both absolutely crushed. But this isn't the only way that we roll this out to the ad account. We also take what we learned about these men being, sacrificial and hard workers and wanting to be recognized for that. And we can assume a lot of other things about them. So in this next ad, we said that life's better old-fashioned. A little bit of a play on words with the cocktail because we sold whiskey barrel watches. But if a man wants to work hard and provide for his family and be seen as a, selfless, sacrificing kind of guy, we can assume he's a little bit fed up with where technology is going. We can assume he doesn't want to wear an Apple Watch that's going to, send him 1,000 emails a day. So we can take what we learned, we can turn it into a more attention-grabbing ad in the news feed and have it perform really, really well. In this middle ad here, we kind of harped on the earn it aspect of this. So we said, you don't just buy this watch, you earn it. We didn't make this watch for everybody. It's built for men who show up every day, work hard, and earn their keep. For the men who never quit, we build watches that won't quit on you. They're built for living and worn for legacy. So again, we're just taking one aspect of what worked on site, flushing it out, using it to tell a story, using it to attract the right kind of guy who's going to respond well to what we wrote on the website. And that's how we compound wins. The last ad here, we took a different approach on it. We said, well, if that's who these guys are, they probably don't see themselves as soft. And they probably don't want to wear something that we call luxurious or elegant. They want to be hard. So we wrote that these watches are the hardest watch you will ever own. This had a great click-through rate, had a great cost per unique outbound click, did really well for us. But again, we could not have come up with these ads if we didn't first test the copy and get the results that we did on the website. Now, this doesn't just work for watches. I wrote some copy for a supplements brand actually before I became CMO of a supplements brand. I was selling a turmeric joint pain thing. And their control headline on their home page was all about their clinical credibility. And that worked well. The company was doing fine, growing quickly, actually. But they hired me to test some new copy for them. And I immediately wanted to take it the opposite direction. I said, okay, the clinical, the credibility, the authority angle worked. Let's go the opposite end of the spectrum with the more emotional angle. So we wrote, don't suffer through another day. Choose the formula that actually works. That is a far cry from saying clinically proven relief, but it hits people where it hurts. It hits people in a way that lets them know we understand them. So not only did this improve the conversion rate of their homepage by 32% from 1.99 to 2.65, we learned that our current ads are actually doing a better job of bringing emotional buyers to our website, not ones that care about the clinical authority. And this was a surprise to everyone involved. And this is one of those blind spots that we can find in your marketing funnel through copy testing that I don't know how to find otherwise. I don't think you can unlock this type of insight from a post-purchase survey. I don't think you can even unlock it from calling customers, because customers aren't always honest with themselves. They're certainly not going to be honest with you. But what we're learning from this headline is that these people are suffering every single day. They think this joint pain and stiffness is going to be a part of their lives until the day they die. And not only that, but they've also tried to find solutions in the past that haven't worked. That's why the headline of us saying, choose the formula that actually works, hit so hard. So when they took this to the ad account, they did something really clever. They went and found a customer review that hit on some of the same points that our winning headline did. And that review was, I haven't felt this good in years. My joint pain is gone. That hits on both points of the winning headline, that people are suffering daily and have been for a long time, and they haven't found relief anywhere else. Then we take one pretty much word for word on the next ad that highlights that this is a supplement that actually delivers rather than just delivers empty promises. So absolutely crushed when we rolled out this headline and these ads. The next 90 days, the brand grew 44% and still is absolutely ripping. So 2 examples of how copy testing on site immediately provides an uplift in revenue and profit. We learn something about our customers, and then we are able to create winning ads because of what we have learned. That, in my book, is a win-win-win. So if any of you out there want to go through the 90-day bottoms up system with me, my goal is going to be to increase the efficiency of all your marketing efforts by running ongoing messaging tests on your highest traffic landing pages constantly during those 90 days. Depending on your level of site traffic, a test might take a week, 2 weeks, 4 weeks, but we will be testing constantly to learn as much as possible and increase performance as much as possible. Then we'll be creating a system to integrate the learnings from those tests into every layer of your marketing funnel, from ads to landing pages to email flows to whatever else your team is working on. I will provide your team 36 concepts per month to use in paid creative. Depending on your needs, these could be concepts, they could be full-on scripts, they could be hook ideas, they could be headlines, whatever creative formats work for you. I will work my new copy and our new learnings into them and deliver them in a way that your team can use and run with. I'm going to enable and empower your team to run this playbook as a funnel optimization system by building it and coaching them through it every step of the way. And at the very end, I'll build a customer and industry dossier specific to your brand. So you will know every single thing we learned about your customers, what it means about who they are, what it means about who your brand should be, and how you should message to them going forward. You guys will get a guaranteed increase in revenue per session, enough to pay for the program in full, or I will work for free until we achieve it. You'll also get proven messaging angles that increase conversions, a repeatable system for improving funnel performance, a growing library of winning copy and customer insights, and all done for you, execution in addition to educating your team. So you guys can do this yourselves long after I'm gone. So if you want to do all that, the price is the price is the price. I don't care if you're spending 100 grand a month on ads, or if you're spending 3 million a month on ads. The price is 10 grand a month. Oh, my face is in the way of that, but that is 10 grand a month. Or if you want to pay for it all up front, I'll give you a 10 per percent off. But as you can see from the examples here, it's a no-brainer. You're going to make many times that. And I'm super excited to do this for you. I've got a handful of calls lined up already, so do not wait. If you want to work with me, make sure to DM me on Twitter is the best way to get a hold of me. And yeah, that's it. Thanks so much for listening to this episode of Tactical and Practical. And I'm so looking forward to working with some of y'all. Talk soon. Bye.